Dharmavaram. I am 10 years old and I am in 5th grade. I want to talk a little bit about my professional goals. Ever since 2nd grade, I was wondering how people get stomach aches. A couple years later, my dad's niece came to our house. She is an Indian resident, so she stayed here for 2 weeks. She had been studying gastroenterology, so I asked her, how do people get stomach aches? And she told me how people get stomach aches. So I mentioned to her that I want to be a gastroenterologist, but she told me that it would be a very hard journey. Because for 2 years I wanted to be a gastroenterologist, I was very upset. She told me that I can own my own gastroenterology company, and I knew that a lot about economics and services. So I made a goal that in 20 years I want to be a CEO of a gastrointestinal company in Boston. A question that came to me saying, how am I going to succeed? I knew that grit and perseverance would guide me to success. So I did a vocab search. And for about half a year, I learned a lot of gastrointestinal words. My terminology to my goal expanded, and my goal went to new heights. I need to be aware of different outcomes that might happen in my life. So now my goals are to have a more general terms of gastroenterology, so if anything happens, I'll be prepared for it. I've heard whenever I set my goals that people will say it's hard, but when you put in the hard work, you'll see results. Thank you. And my name is Srijan Dharmavaram.